One of the first things when you go for a driving test and even when you drive a car is you've got to be set up. You've got to make sure everything's all right. You don't jump in the car and then decide that you need to adjust your mirror or there's dog shit on the seat or anything like that. You've got to be organised. And when you do a driving test, make sure that your car doesn't have cat piss or anything else on the seat, or your floor's not covered in bloody McDonald's, because they don't like it. They don't like it. And I don't like it. As a driving instructor, I get in a car and it's full of shit. It's not where I want to be. And it also reflects your personality and the kind of person you are. If you're a dirty bastard, your car's a dirty bastard. Simple as that. So before starting, make sure your seat's properly adjusted. The modern seat's got electronic stuff as well, so make sure that's all set up for you. You don't want to be adjusting that in the test. The next thing is make sure all your mirrors are adjusted and set up for you. Also, blind spot mirrors are great on the sides of the car. They're very important. Make sure that your doors are shut. You don't half shut the door and drive off. There's going to be a light on the dash and it's going to warn everyone, and if you're doing a test, you're going to fail. Windscreen not obscured. It's critical not to have a dirty window inside or out. You know, I've seen a lot of learners over the years, and the inside of the window's got this blue sheen inside. It's like a blue smear, and the sunlight gets it and you can't see properly. The reason why this is because they're not cleaning the inside of the front window regularly. It needs to be cleaned with Metho or Windex or whatever, or even water and a rag, but it needs to be cleaned. This sheen is sweat from the plastics and things of the car. You wouldn't find it happening in an old FJ or something. It happens in most modern cars over the last 40 years. You do get this blue sheen, but you need to keep that cleaned off the inside of the windows as well. And that's very important. Obviously, seatbelt not fastened. On this little picture here, we're talking about seatbelt. If your seatbelt's not fastened and you're as old as me, the seatbelt law's been around for over 50 years. You'd have to be something wrong with you. You'd have to have fucking rocks in your head not to put your seatbelt on. Unless you don't have a laminated windscreen, you want to head out through the front window like Superman, what's the point? You've got to wear seatbelts. It's that simple. Make sure your handbrake's set and you put it in neutral, of course, before you start. So that's the before starting procedure. So you've got to have a reasonably good impression for the assessor or examiner, because they're just normal people. They're not highly qualified or skilled at what they do. They've just got a job with the government. Let's accept and admit that, and prove me otherwise. So they're just government goons that sit in the car and want to see you drive. Not like the police. They know a lot better because they pull dead bodies out of cars. So you're dealing with someone who has normal expectations as if they're a normal passenger. They want you to do the right thing. So don't get stressed. Make sure everything's ready for them. So that's the before starting procedure. That's rounded off this video nicely in 3 minutes. I'll move on to the next one later. Thank you.